I'm Moody Boo, and I'm back with another perfume review, and this is a new to me house as well. Now, I was contacted by Madison over at Dossier Perfumes, and she wanted to know if she sent me a couple of perfumes, if I would go ahead and review them and talk about their website a little bit. That's a risk. I always make sure they know it's a risk, but I would be honored and I would be happy to do a review of them. Now, I can always find something positive to say about a perfume, but you guys are going to know if I don't like it. So I'm not going to lie. It's just not in my nature to lie to you guys about any of this. I've got nothing to lose. There's no point in it. I do get some free perfume out of it, but I'm going to be honest regardless.
Like, subscribe, comment.
The first one, she gave me a list of perfumes I could choose from, and they sent me a full bottle, 2 of them. And this one I'm going to talk about today is Fougere Oud. And it is supposed to smell like Tom Ford's Oud Wood. And I didn't pay for this perfume. I paid for the Oud Wood, but I did not pay, and this is in my husband's box. He's almost out. I need to get him more, but I may not, because I have Fougere Oud, and I'll talk about it. But they sent me this for free. So anyway, thank you, Madison. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it, because I like it very much. Now, I love Oud Wood. My husband just wore this the other day, and when he sprayed it in the bathroom, I think he gave himself 2 sprays, I could smell it for like 3 days, just in the air in the bathroom. So it is pretty powerful stuff. But I will say that Fougere Oud performs really, really well. It's not beast mode. It's much more professional, polite kind of version, I think, of Oud Wood, but they are close. Now, let me tell you a little bit more about Dossier's perfume house. I'll read you a little tidbit they have right here. It says, "We believe that designer fragrances should be made for everyone, not just the lucky few. Not only do we make our fragrances affordable by removing the designer brand and retailer markups, celebrity endorsement fees, etc., we also produce our vegan, cruelty-free products with 100% clean ingredients, as well as a focus on sustainability." And this was $39 for this at 50 ml bottle that they sent me. Some of them are $29, it looks like. And you can rest easy knowing you made a smart choice for your skin, your health, and the environment. So as you could tell, bottle, very simple, nothing spectacular about it. Even there's wrinkles in the label. Who cares, you know. It's got a good sprayer on it though. I have no complaints about the sprayer. So a sprayer is good. Box, really, the packaging, they're not lying. It's very, very basic. Nothing special about it. Really good to recycle. They do put, this is made in France. This house is in France, and it shows it's a risk-free order, clean ingredients, vegan and cruelty-free on the inside of the box. They give you a little card that talks about the perfume that you've got here, which is Fougere Oud. Here's the really cool thing though. It's risk-free. So inside the box, you will get a little decant of the same perfume that you ordered in the full bottle. You have 30 days to wear this perfume, which this is free. You wear this perfume, and if you love it, you just keep the bottle. If you don't love it, you just send the perfume back in the same packaging, and they even send shipping for you, so it's free shipping to return it, and you get your money back. What? And you have to make sure that you don't use any of the full bottle. Don't mess with the packaging of the full bottle. Only grab this when you first get it if you plan on checking it out to see if you want to keep it. But if you don't touch the full bottle and you leave all the packaging just right and just use this and you don't like it, you're disappointed, return it, free shipping, money back. Boom. Oh, really cool program because the perfume is really good and it smells very much like oud wood. Very, very much like oud wood. So let me tell you the notes on Fougere Oud. Fougere Oud, top notes are rosewood, tobacco, pink pepper, coriander. Middle notes are oud, patchouli, vetiver. Base notes are tonka bean, labdanum, and cedarwood. And it's 15% concentration. And here it says, any scent you order comes with a little sample that you can try and test before opening the 50 ml bottle. Don't like it? Just return the package with the 50 ml bottle and you will get a full refund. Returns are free, no questions asked. Ah, that is a cool program. I have a feeling though they don't get many returns, at least the 2 that I've tried. I wouldn't have returned them. This is very close to oud wood. Now I put oud wood on this arm. I'm not going to really do a comparison, a little bit, but not much. I'm mostly just going to talk about Fougere Oud. And I have Fougere Oud on this arm, on this hand. Yeah. So let's talk about the perfume. So I'm going to spray a little more Fougere Oud on. Boy, that's a pretty good sprayer. It sprays quite a bit out of there. Oh, wow. When you first spray it, it's definitely tobacco leaf. Not pipe tobacco, but almost a moist tobacco leaf kind of a smell like I've talked about before. It's very earthy. It's a hint sweet. It's got a hint of tart to it, like a woody kind of a tart. Oh, and a bit of spice. It really is beautiful. Now, as far as the notes go, I think the tobacco, the rosewood, the coriander are the main players when you first spray this. And I wonder if it's that pink pepper that I'm smelling that just gives it a hint of sweet tartness. But that warm earthiness, that wet, warm earthiness that goes along with it is beautiful. Now I'm going to spray a little more oud wood. See, for me, oud wood's opening is a little harsher than Fougere Oud. Fougere's opening is a little smoother. Oud wood doesn't have any of the sweetness, even though this doesn't have a lot. I don't find oud wood to have any sweetness at all, really. It's got a little of a tart woody kind of a smell to it. You definitely get the rosewood, of course, with oud wood. But oud wood has more sandalwood in there, where I don't really detect a lot of sandalwood in Fougere Oud, but there's almost an accord of sandalwood in there. That tart woodiness is there, but it's, I think, an accord from other perfume notes being combined. I think that's where I'm getting the sandalwood. Where it's really, I can definitely smell it in oud wood. Now, I will say the big difference between the two is the oud. Oud is a spendy note, though. It can really jack the price if you get true oud, and especially depending on where you are getting your supply of oud from. They are sustainable. Dossier wants to do sustainable. So they're not going to, get a supply of oud in some forest somewhere that isn't protected and regrown and, you know what I mean, sustained. So I'm not sure if that's why the oud note is not nearly as strong as it is with oud wood. But the oud note in oud wood is pretty subtle for oud, in my opinion. It's very smooth oud. Oud can be fecal, it can be a little tart, it can be a little medicinal to me, it can be earthy, it can be a little sweet. It's a very versatile kind of a note. It really depends on where it's coming from and the quality of the oud, I think. Now looking at both the notes, they're very similar. The Oud Wood has almost a fruitiness to it, in my opinion, that Dossier does not have. I'm not sure what it is, but with Oud Wood, I always get this almost green fruitiness once it starts drying down a bit. And at the top too, Oud Wood has a little bit of medicinal to it, whereas Fougere Oud does not. In the deep dry down, they are so similar. They really are close. I absolutely would have no qualms whatsoever, 100%. I would buy this over Oud Wood, over buying a full bottle of Oud Wood. I think it's that close, and I think it's that good that you could go ahead and wear this. And I'm not sure if somebody that even knows Oud Wood fairly well would be able to tell the difference. There are some differences, but they're subtle. Now, I will say the cardamom is a big difference between the two. Fougere Oud uses coriander, while Oud Wood uses cardamom. Coriander is a much colder, a little more bitey kind of a spice to me than cardamom. Cardamom is warm and smooth and inviting. Coriander is a little less inviting. So I will say that is a difference between the two. The spice is just a hint different on the both of them. And Oud Wood is a little bit smoother, just a hint warmer than Fougere Oud, in my opinion. But man, Fougere Oud is smooth and it is good. Oud Wood is more of a warm, woody, a little bit of spice, a little bit of green earthiness, warm and inviting. Whereas Fougere Oud has a little more green in there, I think, than Oud Wood does. I think the vetiver note plays a bigger part in Fougere Oud than it does in Oud Wood. But I love vetiver. So, but that does make it a little, it's still earthy, it's still inviting, but it's not as warm, not as smooth as Oud Wood, I think. Very formal, beautiful stuff. $40, $39. And you miss out on nothing because you wear the sample and you have 30 days. That's like a month to wear it around and decide if you want to return the perfume, shipping free, I might add, to get your full refund. Yeah, there's no risk trying Dossier perfumes. No risk at all. So I just am really impressed. I am just so grateful, Madison, that you turned me on to your house. Because I'm not sure, okay. So there's always this stigma with wearing perfumes that are either knockoffs or copycats or clones or any of those kind of perfumes. There's a real stigma, negative stigma towards them. So if you just want to smell good and you want to smell classy and formal and just really, really sophisticated, but you don't want to make Tom Ford any richer than he already is. He doesn't need you buying his perfume, okay? It's not going to break him. Now, if you're a purist and a collector, then yes, go ahead. But there is nothing wrong with this perfume right here. $39. I know I keep saying that, but did I mention it's $39 risk-free? And that's from France. I mean, it's not even like it's, on the other side of town. It's in another country. So I am super impressed. The other one I have is inspired by Le Labo Santal 33, which I adore. So I will be reviewing that one in the near future too. But in the meantime, you really should check out Dossier perfumes. Fougere Oud is so high quality. No way will I buy a full bottle of Oud Wood, not now that I have this. And I'll probably give this to my husband because he had this one. So it only makes sense he gets the full bottle. Madison, thank you. Thank you, House of Dossier. I just am thrilled not only to discover a new house, but a house that's super quality that helps people save money. And we still want to smell good. So, wow. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. So that was it for Dossier perfumes, Fougere Oud, which is similar to Tom Ford's Oud Wood. I highly recommend that you check it out. I will have a link below to their website so you can see for yourselves what a fabulous program this perfume house is putting on. It's really amazing, especially nowadays. So yay! And thank you again for being here and hanging out with me. I got my second vaccine. I am fully vaxxed now and I am thrilled to death. So be sure to get yours. It's really important everybody does. That'll help keep these new strains from going crazy. So let's all get our vaccination as soon as your number comes up. Get a shot. So, all right. Well, don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell and comment if you want. If you don't, it's all good. I still love you. Use your own nose. Peace.